Hello, and welcome to Mr. Tanaka University Radio Plays Cyclopean Foundations. This is another campaign by the Beard, and today I'm joined by Dan.
Hello,
And I'm Ben, as always. Well, at least when I am doing the streams.
as usual. Ben, what does the word cyclopean mean to you exactly?
I think it's probably supposed to mean ancient or something.
I've been thinking about it. Like Cyclops means one eye, right?
Yeah. So is it like one? What's Pian mean? Ancient? Is it? They mean ancient in some way, or
Uh,
architecture, or
I don't know. I think it might be like. I think it's just a word that might have been chosen by Lovecraft or somebody because it sort of sounds like it means like old and mysterious. Like I think
perhaps?
Lovecraft uses that word a lot. I think.
Yeah. I think he probably does. But today we're doing the first scenario called Lost Moorings.
We
And
lost them, folks.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with this yet. I've done very little research on this campaign, so I have no idea what to expect from it, other than I've heard it's good.
And
And
folks, if Ben has done very little research on this campaign, imagine how much research I've done on it.
but the Beard's last campaign that Harris and I did, Alice in Wonderland, was very good and very fun. So, and I think he developed this one after that one. So I'm expecting great things.
I've heard very good things, and I love the scenario titles, and I love the cover art for the scenarios. So I think we're in good hands here.
Yeah. So let's see. I guess let's talk about what decks we're playing, and then I'll go into like campaign specific stuff. So I'm playing Vincent, who's new in the
Dr.
Scarlet
Vincent.
Dr. Lee. But yeah, he's new from the Scarlet Keys. He's the Seeker. He's at kind of an average stat line, but his ability is similar to Carolyn, released before him. When one of his abilities heals damage from an investigator or investigator's ally, he gets a triggered effect, which he gets to give one of these on the mend skills to that investigator, it's basically unexpected courage. It's a double wild symbol, and then after they commit it, it goes back into my set aside pile over here. Can only have one of them in.
It's a bloodier, grosser, unexpected courage.
Yeah, it is a little grim here. I think. What did we ever process what was happening? I don't want to process what's happening that. But yeah, so that's his deal. And then he's also a seeker. His card building is similar to Carolyn's, where he's got only 0 to 3 in his primary class, but then he's got 15 cards from Guardian or Survivor, plus any cards that say they heal damage. He also has the Bone Saw, which
Bone Saw
come up at some point, I'm sure.
Well, maybe not. Let's not. I mean, certainly it's a good thing to commit to tests. That's very good. That's pretty good symbols on it.
Does have good symbols. Maybe it'll get played. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, maybe it won't get played.
As for my deck, I grabbed in the thick of it to have 3 experience, and you'll see I have like 10-ish cards right now that do healing, which might be too many. So we'll see. We'll see how much. But because I'm coupled with Mark over here, who's known for his ability to take damage.
Let's just.
It
see
might also
how
be
much,
way too few.
Let's see how frequently my thoughts go to my dear departed wife Sophie over the course of the game. It's possible that I might dwell on the memory of her a great deal. And in that case, I'm sure I would appreciate your medical assistance a lot.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, otherwise I have some seeker stuff. I didn't go too hard into stuff that I played because I realized after saying I was going to play Vincent, I was like, oh, I just played Daryl, who's basically a seeker. So I tried to avoid using too much of the stuff I was using in Daryl. I got Dream Diary going on, and I got a lot of events. I'm trying a couple of the drop clue events, one of which does do healing. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then I got some fun card draw or healing stuff to upgrade into, depending on how we do experience-wise. And then, Dan, why don't you talk about your deck quick?
Yeah, well, I'm playing. Well, I mean, sometimes there's a man for his time and place, and sometimes that man's name is Mark Harrigan, and Mark Harrigan's very strong. He's I would describe him as a fighter and a lover. He's a guy who's seen some shit, he's done some shit, and he's ready to throw down. Is I guess how I would describe it. In terms of what the deck is actually going to do, a lot of this is sort of standard Mark stuff that I usually play. But the main difference is I played a little bit less healing than I normally would because we have a private physician in the group who I'm hoping can do a lot of that. and I'm playing some more clue stuff because when I play Mark in like a 3 or 4 player game, I'm expecting to just fight all the time and have the other people in the group get clues. This is a 2-player game, so if there's no enemies out, there's with 2 people you're going to see fewer enemies on the board generally, and I don't want to have turns where I'm just sitting around and I don't have anything to do. So I'm playing a couple of scenes of the crime. I have a perception that I might be able to recur with practice makes perfect, and I have Gret, who can maybe get a couple clues, and I'm eventually going to get agency backup as well. So I'm hoping that I can sort of take an absolute shitload of damage, like once per phase ish, draw a million cards, pick up a fair amount of clues, kill everything, and have a good time and look great doing it. That's kind of what I'm going for.
I'm a little concerned that I'm just going to be spending the entire game healing Mark while he gets all the clues and kills everything. But we'll see how it goes.
Would that be a problem?
I guess not technically, but I like clues sometimes.
I should say, like, I think that you're a little bit more confident in the Mark deck's ability to get a lot of clues than I am. Like, I think it's going to be an occasional thing that's sort of here and there, but I think you're certainly gonna get more clues than me, and possibly a lot more is what I would guess.
Yeah. All right. So, as we're just starting their campaign, let's take a look at any campaign-specific rules, and then I'll read like the prologue and whatnot. So it looks like we have a rule called Notice. This looks like it's just something that we mark in the campaign log, either add or remove from the campaign log. It says it's a meter. Let's look at that. Oh boy. So, and it'll do something in the future. That's all. I don't know if it's good or bad. I assume it's bad to have more notice. I assume it's people noticing us, unless it's us having notice of other things.
Unless you're trying to go viral on TikTok, am I right? Ooh. Right?
I guess so.
I mean, I think in the 1920s in a Lovecraftian context, yeah, you generally notice is usually going to be bad.
So I guess we'll have to find out. And then we have non-Euclidean. So this is an ability that's going to appear on some locations. When you try to move from a location, you have to resolve all the non-Euclidean abilities on that location. And it says that a location is non-Euclidean for the purposes of other card effects if it has at least one non-Euclidean ability on it. So
basically, just to provide some context for what we mean by non-Euclidean, instead of hanging out in normal Euclidean n space as we all typically do, from day to day, we're going to be on some other type of n manifold, possibly exotic, with like a smooth atlas of, charts, basically. So that's going to be fun. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. So I am too. All right, so we're playing on standard, I believe. So we got, looks like a pretty standard spread for the standard mode. There's 3 skulls and 1 tablet. No other spooky symbols to start. So
that's correct.
We'll see what's happening there. And yeah, why don't I read the prologue? And I assume while I read this, Dan, you're gonna play like Celeste or something. I don't know.
I'm playing Radiant Silvergun on my Switch.
All right.
I'll listen. I'm curious about how Cyclopean these foundations are.
All right. Prologue. Saturday, November 12th, 1927, Arkham, Massachusetts. The various archaeological expeditions of Miskatonic University frequently captured the public's imagination for their theories taken to exotic lands and curiosities returned from the same. The ancient trophies were always certain to be exotic and interesting, but were often few and far between. Over the past 8 months, however, the university received generous funding from an entrepreneur named James Wycliffe to finance multiple expeditions throughout the globe. Each enterprise returned to success, improving the reputations of everyone involved and stocking the displays of the Miskatonic Museum with fresh exhibits. So highly anticipated was their most recent expedition to...
You can do it, buddy.
This is an actual city. I should know the name how to pronounce it. Mysende?
You know what? I'm going to be real honest with you. I have no goddamn idea how this is pronounced.
Or Mycenae?
I think
that's worse.
Fleet Foxes had a song named after this, so you should ask Dane. Oh no, that was Mykonos. That was a different Greek place.
Anyway, they came back from Greece. That some of the university's more eager professors nearly canceled their classes for the day that the expedition was due back in Arkham. It was fortunate they did not, as the expedition appeared to fail. Failed to appear. I wish I knew how to read.
And if you look in the chat, Captain Farnes is helpfully providing some
Mycene. Thank you, Captain Farnes. Yeah. So while you may have expected a delay due to bad weather or shipwreck at the very worst, what you didn't expect was a letter addressed to you personally from James Wycliffe himself. You didn't see a courier come or go, but the letter was waiting on your doormat first thing the very next morning. Oh, I have to figure out what this guy's voice sounds like in his letter. I don't know. We'll do standard bit of voice. Your services are urgently required. The reputations of myself and the Mycene expedition are at stake, so this information cannot be made public and cannot involve the police. The expedition returned to Kingsport and sent its cargo upriver to Arkham, but nothing arrived at the university. Foul play is suspected. Search the Miskatonic riverfront for any evidence of expedition cargo and identify the thieves if possible. Again, secrecy is paramount. Thank you and good luck, James Wycliffe. The vague manifest of the missing items and the generous cash advance, both included with the letter, only build on your suspicion. Why does Wycliffe suspect foul play? Why does he insist that such a high-profile mission be kept a secret? And why would he come to you specifically? Your experience with investigation usually dips into paranormal territory. If Wycliffe's expedition uncovered anything of this nature, then who could learn about it quickly enough to hijack it? The questions rack up, but you have no current course of action but to prepare for a busy evening. All right. Let's jump right into Scenario 1, Lost Moorings. Your preparations take you a good portion of the day, and by the time you're ready to set out for the Miskatonic riverfront, the gray November skies have begun to trickle rain and wind has strengthened considerably. At its current rate, this approaching storm will reach its full strength during your investigations. Preferable as it would be to wait out the bad weather, each delay only reduces your chances of finding the missing cargo. You step out into the streets of Arkham and pull your coat a little tighter as you review the information from Wycliffe once more. The Mycene expedition returned directly from Greece and offloaded the cargo at Kingsport from the ocean liner to a cargo barge. This barge was taken up the Miskatonic River by a towboat named the Mira Louise. This towboat is the same one that delivered the previous expedition's findings and has been operating on the Miskatonic River for over 20 years without incident. That doesn't change the fact, however, that the Mira Louise missed its scheduled arrival in Arkham last night and has not been seen since its departure from Kingsport. The key to unraveling the cargo's disappearance and your own misgivings about Wycliffe's job for you both lie finding the missing towboat. You proceed from your house towards the river, guarding yourself against the elements with a curious feeling growing at the back of your mind. An atmosphere of unease has settled over Mr. Arkham this evening, worse than the usual air of superstition. Some of the people you pass act like sleepwalkers, barely conscious of their surroundings and talking to themselves in stilted bursts. Others stare at you with suspicion and fear, only to avert their eyes once you notice them. And perhaps it's your imagination, but are there dark shapes moving in the river? Okay. Alright, so we are starting at the waterfront, but let's do our opening hand. So I'm lead investigator. So we don't want the bone saw in my opening hand. What do I have in my opening hand that I need? I got Jessica, which is very good. I feel like I just want some other healing cards or some way to.
Yeah, we want to get the healing train moving early. Maybe.
I mean, I can get the bone saw out right away, and then I can heal you 5 at some point, probably.
That is true, but you could also mulligan the bone saw.
Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan the bone saw.
Because maybe safer that way to not even have it available.
I'm gonna keep Jessica one bystander that also gets re-rolled. All right, I'll tooth. I got tooth going. No soothing melodies to make Dan funnel damage onto me, but that's all right. All right, what's your hand looking like, Dan?
Well, I certainly mulliganed 4 of these cards, and I think I mulliganed the practice makes perfect too.
Yeah, that seems to make sense to me.
It's usually not a great sign when you just don't even consider not mulliganing your whole hands, but I don't know. Well, that's all right.
Sorry, at least you got a Colt, but
I can make Jessica cheap for you. That's something.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Consider that. I gotta crack the case as well. So,
yeah.
All right, let's look at. Let me read the act in the agenda, and we'll get started. A dark and stormy night. By the time you arrive at the riverfront, the storm has grown to a steady drizzle. Rain pelts the tin roofs and buffets the already cascading waves, some reaching high enough to wash over the docks. The worst of the storm has yet to make landfall. The search for the Mirror Louise. Whether the ship has been hidden or sunk, you won't get any concrete answers about the missing cargo until you can confirm the location of the Mirror Louise. I'm sure I'm saying that right.
Probably Myra, but
Myra?
you know,
that sounds right. A towboat of its size must still be on the river somewhere, and hopefully some witnesses along the Mistonic banks can point you in the right direction. Objective: when the investigators have the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spend them in advance. That's 8 clues for us.
It's one of those.
Yeah. So we only have 4 due on this first agenda. So, alright. Mistonic River cuts straight through Arkham on its way east to the Delta by Kingsport. There's a lot of ground and water to cover in your search tonight. Can resign here. The waters are choppy and a steady drizzle patters on your outer clothes. If only you could wait a few days for this bad weather to blow over. Alright. This is connected to all these locations. Alright. So why don't we get started? If you're going to play Jessica for me, then I guess you should go first.
My plan is probably to just like draw a card, play Jessica for you, and then play a gun, I think.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw a card, play motivational speech on you.
So that means I get to play Jessica for free.
Pretty good. And then I'll play a gun, and that's it.
Alright. I already got Jessica out, so I guess I'll play Tooth of Etzeley. Maybe hope to get that procced a few times. And then should I move and start trying to get clues, or you think I should draw and set up a little bit more?
No, I just go for it.
All right, then let's see. The gutted trout. Oh man.
How many stars do you think the gutted trout has on Yelp?
I think it has like 1.5 maybe.
I was gonna say like 2.0 maybe, but yeah, we're close. We're in the same neighborhood.
I guess let's go up there first. All right. One of the many dockside bars that line the Stock River has the reputation for hosting a rough crowd, which is exactly the type that might know something about the missing cargo. Lots of clues here. Uh-oh.
Oh no, rats.
One copy of Wharf Rat. All eyes turn to you as you enter the bar. You didn't expect a warm welcome, but this looks like trouble.
It's actually kind of fine because you can probably just get hit and put it on Jessica.
Yeah, probably. All right. So he'll engage me, it looks like. All right, I can parlay with him and reveal a random token from the bag. I can spend money to reveal extra tokens. If I reveal a spooky token, he readies, engages, and attacks me. But if I reveal any other token, I can discard him. And I also get a clue if I draw a +1 or Elder Sign. So I got 1 action left. I mean, I can't just let him hit me and put some damage on Jessica. Or I could spend 2 money and try to do this thing to make him poof.
If I were you, I don't think I would spend the money because you only have $2. You probably want to play some other stuff, and the chance of getting a clue off it is really low.
Yeah, so that means I just forfeit my 3rd action though.
Well, or you investigate and let him hit you twice.
I don't have much healing buffer right now, but I mean, what could possibly go wrong? I guess.
Yeah. Unless all of your healing cards are at the very bottom of your deck or something. I mean, what are the odds of that?
Yeah, I mean, I can do the parlay without spending money. It's just I draw one thing, and he might attack me anyway, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably just get the clue, but I think it's your call.
All right, let's go hard and hopefully no regrets. All right, so I'm gonna investigate. So he'll hit me, and then I'm gonna commit perception. So I'm at a 6 versus 2.
Hashtag cluesin' for a bruisin'.
All right, so I get to draw a card.
Nice.
Keep going on, and I get a clue.
Cool.
All right, and then Jessica will then heal, and then I will get an on the mend, and then enemy phase he'll hit Jessica.
The system works.
All right,
just like we drew it up.
All right, and then bind your upkeep button by right clicking if you didn't do that already, and then
I thought we didn't have to do that anymore.
No, I think you still have to bind it, unless maybe it defaults to the seat that you're in. I don't know. I guess I've never tested this. Emergency aid. That's something. All right, so then Doom happens, and then I get an encounter card. Street Brawl. Does combat or agility. If you fail, take 2 damage and put into your threat area. You can't take parlay actions. Hey, that's a lot of damage, but I mean, I also just test fight, so my fight's at a 4. And
You got lucky if you really want to pass.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, all right, so I passed.
Nice, way to go, Vincent. Sorry,
All
Dr.
right.
Vincent.
All right, encounter card for Dan. Oh wow.
Oh man, big guy. Spawns at Waterfront, which is that where you are? No, that's where I am.
That's where you are.
All right. I mean, that's a little annoying because that does somewhat reduce. Well, I got a shortcut. If everything goes right, I can kill this guy and still kill your guy.
Yeah, what's his name? After he attacks, he does some nonsense. I feel like he's probably not going to attack. So why don't you go first?
Not if Mark has anything to say about it. Yeah, I mean, so what I'm going to try to do is just hit this guy twice and then hit your guy, and that should work if nothing goes weird. So, are you like, if I don't, do you have a backup plan if I don't manage to kill this dude?
I can do the parlay.
That's a pretty solid backup plan.
Man, because I succeeded a skill test, so I get to draw a card, right? I forgot about that.
Oh yeah,
it's not just will and agility, it's any test.
It's tooth time. It's tooth hurting.
Bandages. We like that.
It's pretty good. All right, so what I will do is I will I guess it doesn't really matter the order that I do this stuff in. I will attack and commit a daring. So I'll be at an 8 versus a 3. And I hit him for 2. I'm using the gun, by the way, for all this stuff. And then I'm going to do that again. I'm going to draw a card at the daring. Oh, it's practice makes perfect. I think I will try to use... So I'm attacking again. I'll try to use practice makes perfect. So I just type 9 here and hit search.
Yeah, type 9 in and hit search. And it will, there it draws your cards. And then whichever one you want, just put it in your hand over here.
Yep. Take the home front.
And then press the shuffle button.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
All right. So we've got a 9 versus a 3. And I succeed, I'm pretty sure. So I move a damage onto him, which is actually overkill, but that's okay. So he dies and goes to the victory display.
Nice.
And I get the home front to hand, and then I shortcut onto you. And I line up actually, I'll just use the home front again, I guess, instead of using a bullet.
Okay.
Because if I miss somehow, I won't even hit you for an extra damage, and if I succeed, I can just heal up. So, so I will do this, and I got a 9 versus a 3, and
all right,
pass again.
Great. So this guy just dies, right? Yeah.
He sure does.
All right.
2 turns, 2 kills.
All right. I wish the shroud wasn't quite so low here, because then this is not a very good cracked case location. But
I don't need money urgently, so don't do it on my behalf.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get bandages out, and then I guess probably just investigate twice. I don't have any acceleration there, but I'll just So it's shroud 2, and I'm at a 4, and I'll test it. All right, I get a clue, and then I'll commit on the mend because I'm gonna get it back immediately anyway. And
nice.
Still pass. All right, great. So 1 more clue there.
Pretty good.
And at the end of my turn, Jessica will heal, and I'll get on the mend back. All right, cool. Upkeep. Oh, that's running me. Yeah, upkeep. Oh no, psychosis. Is that actually bad?
It might not be bad at all.
We'll see.
I mean, I guess completely fine.
I mean, we'll see how much healing stuff happens, but
I honestly wouldn't mind being psychotic a little bit in Mark. That'd be fine. Like, yeah, I'll draw more cards. Great.
All right. So then Doom happens, and I get an encounter card. You better leave. Attach it to the revealed location with the most clues that do not already have a copy of it. After investigator discovers any amount of clues from the attached location, the investigator must either take 1 damage or lose 1 action. There are no clues at the attached location. Discard. You better leave. Interesting. Or you can spend money. You can spend an action to parlay and get rid of it. I feel like I'll just take the damage probably. Counter card for you, Dan.
Yes, sir.
Or maybe you'll take the damage if you don't have anything to fight.
Why did it not flip over?
It means it's a hidden card. So pull it into your hand. And
all right.
How can we handle that so I don't look at it? After you've read it, can you flip it over in your hand? If it's not incredibly annoying for you.
I'm just gonna kick. No, that's fine.
And I think you can look while it's flipped over. You can mouse over it and do Alt Shift, and it'll let you look at it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I have flipped it over.
All right. We'll leave the audience in suspense. What happens there? All right. So, I guess in that case, do you have whatever mark nonsense you wanted to do to to get a clue? Like, do you want to get the damage from this guy or not really?
I don't really. I could take the initiative or just use mark. Well, let me.
Because if you
investigator must either take a damage or lose one action.
And also, if you take a damage, I can also heal you immediately with bandages.
Yeah. Well, what I could do is I could commit. I could use mark. That would get me up to 4, which is probably not quite good enough. I could commit a TTI as well. No, it's kind of a waste. But
if you use mark, I can immediately trigger bandages and give you an on the mend.
Oh, great! Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then you can commit it if you wanted.
Yeah, I will do that. So yeah, I'll go first, and I will click 1, investigate. Yeah, Mark can investigate now. It's new. It's the new shit. It's pretty good. So I will think about my dearly departed Sophie. Take a damage. Draw a card.
I'll immediately trigger bandages.
Thank you.
Which means you heal the damage and you get the on the mend.
Love this for us. And then yeah, I will commit that on the mend. So I'll give it back to you. Okay. And so I'm up by 4. And do we get a clue? We do get a clue.
Right.
And I take a damage from the thing, right?
Yeah.
Or I lose an action, but I choose to take a damage.
But you don't get to draw a card from that one, though, right?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
And I could immediately heal that damage again and give you back on the mend. That seems right.
Right? If you want, sure, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'd take it on the mend.
The bandages are mostly for healing you, so because I have other stuff to heal me.
That's seems good. All right, so that was my first action. Do you want to crack the case, or are you gonna save it?
$2 seems bad.
If it was me, I would save it, but
yeah, I don't need the money right now, so I'll save it.
I use my other 2 actions to discard Whispers from the Water out of my hand.
Ooh, Whispers from the Water.
And that's it for me.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. So I guess. Oh, and this goes away because you got the last clue, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I guess I probably move and keep investigating. I guess the question is do I want to ignore this psychosis? It deals me direct damage, which isn't the end of the world right now. I have a couple healing cards.
I think there's a pretty decent chance I will have a couple spare actions to get rid of it later. So I would try to keep getting clues if you can.
Okay, let's do that then. So I'm gonna move to the fishing piers, long wooden piers, line the riverfront with sailors.
Fishing piers.
Steve doors.
Yep.
And vagrants. What's a Steve door?
It sounds like an old boat. It's like a person who does stuff, loading stuff on boats or something. It's kind of like a longshoreman, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong about that. But
if anyone's seen the Myra Luis, there's a good chance that they will have been on these piers. All right. So this can pull clues to it. Interesting. But unfortunately, there's no other real locations that have clues. So I guess I'll just investigate. So I'll just go. I have lucky. Should probably figure out what the most mathematically sound way to do this. If I'm doing 2 investigates in a turn, and I have 1 on the mend and a lucky, do I do the first test raw and then play lucky if I need it, or do I use the on the mend on the first test?
I'm pretty sure that's if you think you have a pretty good chance to pass without either of those things, then yeah, you should basically try to use the lucky as like a phantom commit for as long as you can.
Well, I'm only at +1 on this location.
Oh, you're probably gonna need stuff then.
So yeah, I'm thinking that I'll probably end up luckying or on the mending.
I'd probably use the on the mend. You're gonna get it back at the end of the turn. So
like it's just deciding if do I use it first proactively or do I wait until the lucky is triggered, I guess.
Yeah. But, no, I'd use it.
Alright, so I'm at 3 above the test then.
Nice.
Didn't need it, but that's right. So I get a clue. And then it's gonna go back over there, and then I'll try again, just one above, I think, and I'll, or I could heal myself, and just not trigger Jessica this turn. That could be dead too.
That's all your money. I feel like Bizarre
let's
Diagnosis
wait.
is like you want to just get to 3 and then use Bizarre Diagnosis because you have 2 of them, right?
Yeah, I do. I just haven't drawn them yet.
Yeah.
So all right, I'll just investigate again at one above. All right, we're good. Is this worth crack the casing at 3?
I probably would.
Yeah,
yeah. Because like you're probably not going to find a place with like 5, right? So it's like, is it worth waiting for the 4? Meh.
Okay. So that was my 3 actions, right? I moved, investigated twice. Right.
Yeah.
And then I'll heal Jessica and get my Alderman back. All right, upkeep. Ooh, deduction, great. And then Doom happens, and I get an encounter card.
It's a random off-topic question. Do you know if there's a way to mod TTS to use like the full arts for some cards, or like custom arts for cards?
I mean, you can definitely like upload your own cards.
I would love to use the cool shortcut instead of this lame, uncool, normie ass regular shortcut.
It's very possible it is in Tabletop Simulator somewhere already, and I just don't know what the button is because there's a lot of custom family accessories, and I have not looked through all of them. So
I guess we can figure that out later.
I can investigate it at a later time. All right, I got Out of Murky Darkness. After you enter a location, each deep one or hybrid enemy already at that location makes an immediate attack against you. Or I can test agility to get rid of it, or somebody can test agility to get rid of it.
I could probably get rid of it for you, but if you pass it, you draw a card off the tooth. So I would just do it if I were you.
In order to pass it, I have a base 1 agility, so I have to like definitely commit on the mend and like maybe lucky to pass that.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah, I mean I could also get rid of it for you, so we'll see. But let's see what I get.
Driving Rain.
That's pretty annoying.
Oof.
I guess I could shortcut to get around it. Because
where does it go?
I guess I was probably gonna move this turn, but I was probably only gonna move once this turn, so I can probably just lose a resource.
I kind of wanted to move twice, but I could just move once and do step or something. I don't know, or get rid of psychosis.
I mean that's probably okay. I could also I could shortcut you, I guess, but that would be after your turn is over. So.
This is during their turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, or investigate action. Oof.
So safeguard. I mean, yeah, this safeguard definitely like gets around this once we get safeguard out.
Yeah.
And Pathfinder and stuff.
All right. Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna move once and then just get rid of psychosis.
I mean, it's up to you.
Feels weird.
Yeah, I guess you think you really can't pass the darkness.
I mean,
thing?
I can try the darkness thing. I'll have to commit on the mend and probably lucky. We'll have to go off.
You could commit emergency aid.
You don't think? You don't think we want that for healing?
Nah. Just draw all the cards, Ben. Ben, you're a seeker. It's okay.
I don't have all the card draw cards
now,
yet.
buddy. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. See, you do. You have the tooth. You just got to use it every turn. It's okay, Ben. Trust the cards. If you have enough cards, the game is easy.
Fine. All right, we'll give it a shot.
Seeker mindset, Ben.
I'll try to use. I'll try. I'm a doctor.
Always draw the cards.
All right, so I move here and I lose a money, right? That's what the thing you did. Yep. All right, and then is this trigger every time you move or investigate? Yes, It does. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll try to get rid of darkness. I'll commit on the mend. I don't have a way to get on the mend back right now, though, unless I play emergency aid on myself. Which I might do. So on the mend, so that puts me at a 3-4 versus 3. Okay, and I have a lucky. Oh, I don't need the lucky. Great.
Right. Man, Vincent just racking up W's over here.
Ah man,
Dr. Vincent.
This is just going to encourage Dan.
Dr. Vincent, attorney at law, just wrecking shit over here. I love it.
And
did I somehow accidentally trick you into playing a really good deck? I feel like that might have happened.
It's possible. We had a couple days of debating it, and you bullied me out of playing the bad cards like Bandolier. So
you wanted to play a Mina or some shit, you know?
Listen. We're trying to play all these investigators so we could talk about them on the podcast.
I'm not.
Okay, I'm trying to play all the investigators so I can talk about them on the podcast.
Okay.
And not be pulling it out of nowhere. This is
one
of the one of the last 2 I haven't seen a full campaign through with. So
yeah.
I think I'm gonna heal myself with emergency aid to get on the med back. On the med go. All right, well done.
All right. I'm probably just gonna play this stand together just in case we need money. So I'm gonna like probably move on to you. Actually, I might draw a card first. I would love to just do any type of test to draw a card the Mark way, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot to do.
I
So
had a test there. You refused to. You made me do it. So
I mean, if I I would have happily done it, but I was like, why don't you draw the card? All right. So I'm gonna move and lose a resource, and then I'm going to draw a card. Ooh, well, I don't have the money, so I will play stand together.
okay. Are you on top of me? Oh, you are. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And that's the end of my turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I have played Amina in I played Amina in Fortunate Fate at Arkham Knights, so I have a little bit of experience with her, but I don't think
How
my
did that
deck
work
was,
out?
I don't think my deck was that great. And in discussing Vincent, I've come up with some new ideas that might make it more interesting. So we will see how that goes at some point in the future. All right, so upkeep. Excuse me, upkeep. Oh, there's a captivating discovery. Oh boy. Oh, how many clues do we have? We weren't supposed to spend them yet, right? No, we need 2 more. Okay. I'm definitely gonna. This is a one-shot location. Oh man, I might be climbing some ladders soon. All right, so Doom is going to advance the agenda because we'll be at 4. So let's flip that over. My agenda button. All right. A sudden surge in wind brings the approaching storm in force. Rain plasters you all at once, and the gale nearly pushes you off balance. You brace yourself against the storm and push on, determined not to let the weather end your investigation early. We have to get another copy of Driving Rain and put it into play. I could take it out of the discard pile if we're not that scared of it, or I could pull one out of the encounter deck. Any opinion, Dan?
Sorry, can you repeat?
I have to take Driving Rain out of discard or the encounter deck. How scared of this card are you? This card seems annoying. So
I think it's a pain in the ass. I would probably take it out of the encounter deck.
Yeah, that is what I was leaning towards.
Like I think most of the other encounter cards we've seen are less annoying to deal with than this.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen too much of the deck yet, but all right. So we do have a Driving Rain out then. All right, and then Agenda 2. Amid the downpours sweeping through Arkham, the Mistonic River grows steadily wilder. A faint saltwater smell lingers on the air as you soldier on. But what could bring such a smell to an inland town on a freshwater river? Very suspicious. All right. Counter card for me. Now I got this brawl thing again. All right. Well, let's see. So I'm at I guess let's come in on the mend and see how that goes. So I'm at 4. And I do the skull, which is the current act, which is 1 still, right? Because we haven't advanced. All right, so that means I pass, and I get to draw a card.
No, I mean, it's too bad. You almost wanted to put 2 damage on Jessica.
That's true.
See?
It's too aggressive. Yeah, because now I don't have a good way to heal.
You're a seeker, Ben.
But I got to draw a card, Dan.
Things a little differently.
I did get to draw a card, though, so...
That is true. That is true.
Right.
Yeah.
Counter card for Dan.
Counter card? Yeah.
Oh no, a second one of those. Oof, gross.
Well, not much we can do about it.
And that will trigger twice if we try to move or investigate this turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because both of them will trigger, and we only can discard one of them.
This is actually awful.
This is gross. Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised that it's both. You only get rid of 1 per turn and they stack. Like, I really would think it would be one or the other, but
I mean, we've seen there's lots of cards like this in other campaigns.
I mean, I have one shortcut, so I can like stay here and I can just shortcut you to someplace else, and we can not actually move this turn.
Yeah, like I could play death and then I could play death and then Captain Discovery drop some clues and then start picking them up from here again. I guess I don't know.
That might be good too.
Or
yeah.
I could, yeah.
You might not even need death, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, is it worth playing it? It's
like,
still kind of early in the scenario, so
I feel like the goal of your deck is you either commit Perception 2 or On the Mend to every test. So it's like,
Yeah, well, I don't have Perception 2 yet, but
you will
soon.
Eventually. Will, right, buddy?
Yeah, I also have a shortcut.
Yeah, you gonna get that shit?
Yeah, I'll get it eventually, Dan. But I don't know if that really helps because we can't both shortcut each other, right?
Well, I mean, there's probably a way to do it, right? Definitely. Like,
because I could shortcut myself, and then that doesn't help though because we're trying to avoid the one resource.
I mean, I don't need to move. Like, I can if you want, I can go first and shortcut you, and then if you need to move again, you can shortcut
Well,
yourself.
I mean, I lose money from investigating as well, so
Oh, that is
that's
true.
that's why that's why I was thinking maybe we do a little bit more setup and not because I don't want to investigate this turn, lose 2 money and investigate. I don't think.
Yeah, no, that does suck.
That's
Well,
pretty
that's
bad.
oh man, it would be good is like do I have I don't even have like a scene of the crime or something. I do have a Gret, but there's nothing to fight.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean my plan is to set up, so I'm just gonna like play Gret and then be broke enough that I don't care if I lose money.
Yeah, it makes
So
that was another reason I was thinking maybe I play death and don't worry about his money as much. But I can't get myself down to 0 very easily.
yeah.
So
I guess it is kind of awkward because I would like to play Gret and then maybe also practice makes perfect this turn, but I guess I can't really that
well,
doesn't
I
really work
mean,
very well.
here, Dan, what if I dropped a few clues here? Would that somehow help you? No, because you wouldn't have the money for the price makes perfect. Ah.
No, well I would because I would play Gret and then I would practice makes
Well,
perfect.
but this is when you would move or investigate, so you lose the money before the investigate
Uh,
starts, so you wouldn't
yeah,
have the money
okay.
to
Yeah, I mean
practice.
forget it. I practice makes perfect later then. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
Um,
well why don't I go first and I'll shortcut you? How about that?
okay. All right. Well, I was thinking about dropping clues. So that was all.
No, you go first. You go first, and I
Okay.
won't shortcut you then.
So I'm gonna use capturing discovery.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
search the top 6 cards
Hey,
in my
hey Ben,
deck.
how many of those cards are you gonna take? You gonna take two,
We'll have to
four,
see. We'll have to see what the cards are. Oh man, this is
six?
a lot of good cards.
Oh,
Wow,
oh,
especially Dream
oh,
Diary.
oh, man, look how good those cards are.
This
I
is.
gotta be honest, Ben. If I was in your position, I would not want to leave even a single one of those cards to go back in my deck.
I think is I already have 5 cards in hand though, so like, but
Yeah,
some of
but
these are gonna get
you could
discarded.
play both of those solemn vows immediately. You could use
Ah,
that
oh,
shortcut this
and they're
turn.
fast. You're right. Crap.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right, where did
oh man.
I don't know if I can use the shortcuts. I think I'm dropping all the clues.
But if you use both shortcuts, then they'll be in your discard pile, which is where you want them for when your deck cycles in a couple of
But if I use
turns.
the shortcuts on myself this turn, I lose 2 money each time I do it. It's just
No, it's
great.
only if you take a move action, right?
Is it?
See,
Oh,
move
you're right. It's an
action.
action. Crap.
That's what I was
Oh
saying.
man,
That's
you're
the whole
right.
reason we were going to use
Shoot,
shortcut.
I missed that. I thought you were gonna play it on my turn, so it didn't
I
count.
think you should take all
No.
6 of those cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all 6 cards. Dan, God, this is not. You're not a good influence on me. Let's get through this. All right, so I wonder how much if I shuffle if I didn't take any of them. Is it gonna work? Yeah, it works fine. Oh God, this is too many cards.
Oh, look at all those cards. Ben, I never want to hear you say the phrase "too many cards" ever again. That's
All
just
right.
not.
Well,
That's not correct.
here's
Thought.
both your solemn vows. Oh no, you don't have any damage on you don't have any damage on you to give to Jessica yet.
Oh, believe me, buddy. As soon as I get some tests, I just got to get some tests, and then we're gonna go nuts with this. It's gonna be great.
Okay. I mean, should I get some of these clues or come back for them later? Let's see.
I mean, I think you should. Well, you should try to get him if you can,
Because
like, not lose all your
I
money
lose my. I
unproductively.
kind of feel like I should play Dream Diary and like Death and be at 0 money or something. Then next turn
That's
move.
that seems pretty good. Yeah, that's fine.
Because then I'll also have the Dream Diary happening next turn, which seems good. So let's
Yeah,
do that.
this seems great.
And I mean I could shortcut, but I feel like I don't know. I mean these are easy clues to get. So like Mark could get these clues. So
And in fact, I just might.
okay. All right.
Because I just really feel like if I could get some damage on me this turn, that would be good. That's what I'm thinking. So,
Yeah.
all right. So
Yeah,
is it
Harrison.
Mark's turn?
Yeah, it is Harrison. I got Dream Diary. If as you may have just noticed. So go ahead.
All right. It's the hour of Mark. So
All
I'm
right.
gonna click one, play Gret,
All right.
and then I'm going to click two, investigate, and immediately lose. So I'm gonna investigate and immediately lose 2 money, in fact, but I only have one. I'm gonna use Sophie, take a damage, immediately solemn vow it over to you. And draw a card. So I'm at 4 int versus 1, which seems good. So I investigate. Oh no, we got some tentacles over here.
Well, I mean,
Well, that's sad, but it's
luckily
gonna
it was in a
happen,
test that
right?
basically didn't matter. So
Yeah. And then I think I'm probably just gonna go again and use I'm probably just gonna go again and do Sophie again and just do the same thing. Use the other solemn vow.
seems fine.
All right. So yeah, click 3, investigate again. Solemn vow you another damage onto Jessica probably.
Yeah, that's fine.
And pass and get a clue. And that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're skipping a step, Harrison. What Dan is doing is he's taking a damage on Mark and then immediately triggering the Solemn Vow and moving it onto Jessica.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So
It's pretty nice.
yeah, and then
I mean,
just
it means I don't get on the mend off of it, but it means Ben gets on the mend
uh
like every turn all the time. So
yeah, I mean, and sometimes I could trigger it if Jessica's full or whatever, right? I can still trigger bandages or whatever. So, all right, and you have it on in your hand anyway, although maybe you're about to discard it.
we'll
All right,
see.
you got one clue, right? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so then, unfortunately, I missed the window for Jessica to heal because we had me go first, but that's all right. All right,
Yeah.
so upkeep. Man, lucky. Oh, this is nonsense.
I think we actually discard. Maybe we discard the inspire. No, you know what? I think I am going to discard the on the mend actually.
All right, that's fine. Just
no offense. Just you know, I'm confident that I'll get it back.
Went to doctor school for I assume like a year and a half, 1920s.
You went to like you know, Jake McGillicuddy's 3-month intensive be a doctor course for like 25 cents in like the back of the barn.
All right, I added the Doom already, so encounter card for me. Battering Waves. Test agility 3. If you fail, take 1 damage and move to the location with the lowest shroud. If there's a difference of 2 or more between the shroud values of the 2 locations, also lose 1 action.
I believe you are at the location with the lowest shroud.
I am, but it's not connected to itself, so I would still
okay.
I don't check the location I'm at. So
okay.
And what would it do? It makes me lose. I guess I won't lose an action. I can just shortcut back. So I think I don't care about this, other than that I get to draw a card if I succeed.
That's about right. If you really wanted to pass it, I could commit TTI or something, but I don't think you care.
No, I don't think I care. So, oops, I don't trigger that. So I'll just draw. That is a -1. So if I really wanted to pass, I could double lucky, but I can't even double lucky. I forget that. All right, so I get moved. So I get moved back into
That a trout. Yeah. Oh no.
But it doesn't trigger this, right? It's just going to reveal it. Okay, we're good.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, so then I draw a card.
Yeah.
Old Trail. Well, this would kind of suck. I don't really want to fail this. You know what I think I'll do? I think I will contemplate my deep sadness that I feel for losing my beloved Sophie in the Great War. So I'm going to. The only question is, do I commit anything else here? And I think the answer is no. So
right?
Yeah, I use Sophie, take a damage, draw a card. So I'm up by 2. Oh, and I fail anyway. Okay. So I drop a clue and I take a horror.
All right.
I guess I might as well just take it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you didn't draw an enemy. You get free clues when you can kill enemies. Oh, and Solemn Vow, you can use Solemn Vow to heal Gret too, can't you?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Solemn Vow is so good. All right.
I would kind of. I mean, if I go, I'm assuming you're gonna maybe move. I might go first and play this safeguard.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was going to shortcut at least once or probably twice to avoid the driving rain, and then I only have 1 money, so I'll probably just investigate 3 times because whatever.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm kind of thinking is I'll like, it's annoying because I don't really even have enough money to use this ever vigilant. Well, I think I'll probably just click for money, play the safeguard, and investigate. Probably that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah, so, I do want to investigate at least once here, so I can do the essence of the dream nonsense.
Yeah, well, I'm only going to get one of the clues. So
all right, sounds good then.
All right. Yeah, so I will.
I don't have on the mend, unfortunately. But...
I could just play the Ever Vigilant to basically save clicking for a money. That might be better. It's kind of a waste of Ever Vigilant, but I don't have many more assets left anyway. So.
You'll play it and play Safeguard or whatever. Yeah.
No, I guess I'll keep it in hand. So I will click for a resource, play Safeguard, and then I will investigate. Oh no, I lose the money, but I don't have enough money to lose any money. I will use Sophie, draw a card. So I'm at 4 versus 1. And I succeed and I get a clue. Hooray.
Hooray.
That is the end of my turn.
All right. I'm going to shortcut to the middle. What do I have to do for this Essence of the Dream? I have to pass by 3. When does this stream go in my hand? I have to do an action to put it in my hand? Oh, gross.
That's why you gotta upgrade it.
Yeah.
Then it becomes good.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll pull Essence of the Dream into my hand as an action. That's my first action. And there's only one clue here. Let's see. So I'll be at, if I commit Essence of the Dream, I'll be at a 6 versus 1. I feel like that's a pretty good chance to succeed by 3, right? Is there anything else I can commit? Do I need the Bizarre Diagnosis? Oh man, that's such a good heal. This has 2 int symbols on it as a level 0 card. Oh my god. Man. Alright, so let's commit Essence of the Dream, and I lose some money because I'm investigating. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Tablet, -2. Alright, so oh man, if you fail on tablets, you take a damage. That's great. Alright, so I do succeed by 3, right? Because I was at a 6 and difficulty was 1, so great. So I get 1 clue. Oh wait, was there 2 clues there? There was only 1 clue. Should have committed deduction. Oh well. So I get 1 clue, and Essence of the Dream goes back over here, and I get to write in the campaign log that I interpreted the dreams. I'll definitely remember to do that later.
Nice.
I guess I'll investigate again because I forgot there was a clue
Might
here.
as well.
Or should I leave it here for you to maybe pick up or get a with Gret or something?
I mean, it's either that or move, right? I mean, I think moving is kind of good because I would safeguard, but either way is fine.
Yeah, let's move and get some, because one of these locations probably has victory, right?
Probably. Well,
right,
maybe.
let's go to the dry docks.
Dry docks.
See if the Mira Louise has been taken out of the water. Ooh, Shroud 4. If you have no cards in hand or no resources, you get +2 skill value. Oh man, great.
Wow. Wow.
All right, so and I shortcutted myself there. I forgot to say that. All right, so I've spent 2 actions, so I have 1 action left. So I get +2 because I have no money. So I'm at a 6. I think I'll commit.
I can also commit stuff if you want. In fact, you know what? Are you committing a perception?
I do not have perception. I was committing a deduction.
Never mind. I don't have money to do practice space. Perfect. So
can use this on. Oh, you can use it on me.
I can.
Oh man, I don't. How has this card not been tabooed yet? Oh gosh,
it's got too much text on it. It's too complicated to see how broken it is. Let me know if you want the Vigilant, though. I could commit that too if you want more symbols.
So I'm at I can't play lucky because I have no money, and I'm at a 7 versus 4. So I guess. Oh no, I have death. I forgot to include death. So I'm at 4 buff, so I don't need anything. All right, great. So I succeed and get both clues. Are we at 8 clues or are we 1 short? I think we're 1 short, right? Yeah. All right, so that is it. Okay, so then Jessica heals and I get on the men back. And upkeep. Oh no, the wounded bystander. Where's he go? My threat area? Oh boy, some script isn't work with wounded bystander yet, I guess.
Harrison, you and I still haven't done one of these. We still haven't done an MUR plays. We should do that. Or let me suggest as an alternative, what if we take edibles and play Mario 64 on Twitch? Because I think that might be even more fun.
Oh man.
Just something to think about. Ponder it.
All right. Did you do your upkeep, Dan?
I did not. I will do it right now. Oh no, I got to discard some of these cards. What a horrible problem to have.
You didn't manage to use a shortcut up, but
yeah, I really should have. But I was like, hey, I got to use this safeguard, right? All right, we're good.
Is it? Oh, do you have good safeguard or bad safeguard? Oh, you have good safeguard. That's right. Oh, wow. All right. All right. So, Doom happens. Oh, this goes away. No more driving rain. And Doom happens, and I get encounter card. Oh, I get this murky darkness again. All right.
Whoa. It's really scary.
Encounter card for you, Dan. We haven't drawn very many enemies yet. We got like 2 so far.
This one, man, this one has so much text, but it's like, well, we can attach. Actually, this goes on the.
It goes in the middle, yeah. Which is fine.
I mean, I can probably just like go up there and get the clue and whatever.
I mean, you take it. Yeah, you take a damage. but that's fine, right?
Oh, I meant to before upkeep. Can I put 2 damage on you before upkeep?
Is it? It's moving it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Nice.
So I have the wounded bystander, but I think it's not assigning it, so that's fine. I'm just gonna heal him with bizarre diagnosis, though.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Maybe not at this location. Maybe I'll move first because it's a high shroud.
Nah, do it somewhere else. Yeah.
All right, so
See, clue dropping. Clue dropping's pretty good, right? Because you get to pick where you drop the clues.
Yeah, I mean, I refuse to get the research notes after the insane abuse you used of that card at Archetypes, but the clue dropping in general seems fine even without that. So, all right, so if you go first and get the clue, we will advance though, which I guess I want to have a clue to do clue dropping nonsense. So maybe I go first.
Sure.
Do I care about this right now?
I can probably get rid of it for you if you don't want it. In fact, I would be honored to get rid of it for you, Ben.
Well, do you want to go first if you don't get the clue, or?
I would kind of like to go first just to commit a TTI to it.
Sure. All right, and then go ahead.
Okay. I go first. Click 1. I commit TTI, and I also ponder with great sorrow the memory of my beloved life partner Sophie, who passed away during World War I.
Do you want to bandages that and get it on the mend, or you don't care?
I'd take it on the mend. Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll give you bandages so you can.
So instead of solemn vow, I'll just do that.
Okay.
Okay. So and I committed a TTI and I drew a card. And -2, so I succeed. So your thing goes away.
Okay.
And then I could I could just shortcut up to the waterfront and get that clue. Would that be good? Or move there.
If you get the clue, I won't be able to heal my bystander this turn, which is fine. It's not the end of the world.
No, that's fine. I mean, I can wait. Why does that matter?
Because I won't be because our clues get spent immediately once we're at 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's fine. Well, maybe I'll go to the Arkham Quay then, just to see what's up over there.
I mean, that's where I'm gonna go anyway, and you can safeguard. So.
I guess I can just click for money again. I can click and play the Hallowed Mirror, I guess.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's fine. All right, I will do that.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna move to here, the quay. You have to spend an action or choose and discard a card in your hand to investigate here. It's basically fine. You're gonna follow me, right?
Yeah.
Alright, and then but I don't have deduction to get all the clues easily. It's a little sad. So this is kind of annoying to drop stuff. I also just have cards I can discard, so that's fine. I'll do Bizarre Diagnosis, so I'll drop a clue and I'll heal the bystander of all 3 in one action.
Oh, the power!
Why did they? And then they. Oh no! I forgot. I should have done a test first. Crap. Wait a second. I'm gonna wait a second. I know, but if I do a test first, then I'll pick up the clue, and I can't. Whatever. This is inoptimal, but whatever. All right. Then I'll investigate.
Look, Ben. In the end of the day, optimal is more of a vibe than like a objective thing, and I would say we're pretty fucking optimal personally.
Okay. So I'm gonna investigate. I guess. How many actions? I've done 2 actions, so I only want. So I last action investigate. So I guess I discard a logic reasoning because we've taken 0 sanity damage, or you've taken 1. But you have.
Do you want me to solemn vow one over to you? Like,
no, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah,
because I could.
I mean, I'm fine.
Be happy to.
No, I'm good. I think we're good.
Okay,
all right.
Okay.
And then on the mend. Even though I don't really need it for this, but whatever. I guess I could have discarded the on the mend. Yeah, whatever. So that is what was I at? 7? So I'm good. Yeah. Alright, so I get 1 clue and that I just dropped, and then Jessica heals and I get on the men back. And that's my turn.
Wow. Very powerful.
How we do? I guess there are 3 acts, and we are like halfway through the second agenda. But we'll put us back over these clues. We'll be fine. Alright. There's no enemies. Does this go away at the end of the round? No, it stays there. Upkeep. Oh, there's a perception. And then Doom happens, and a counter card for me. Chilled to the bone. Damage and horror cannot be healed from you or your assets you control. This is outrageous.
Yeah, oof, that
direct attack against Vincent.
I can probably get rid of it for you. It is good that you got rid of your bystander right there.
Yeah, that is definitely good. All right, it's an action to spend 2 resources to get rid of it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Counter card for Dan.
This shit again. I guess dropping a clue here is really not that bad, right?
Yeah, it's fine. We can go get clues elsewhere.
But on the other hand, I would like to draw cards. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast my mind back to the halcyon days where my beloved Sophie and I were united in domestic bliss before I was tragically sent off to Europe to fight in the Great War, the so-called Great War that really was not great at all. It was just a horrific anti-human tragedy that got a lot of people killed. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, okay. So I take a damage and I draw a card.
Yay.
And that puts me at 5 against 3, and I think that is
Did you
fine.
shuffle your deck after you put the soothing melodies in?
I swear I did.
All right.
I know. All right. So I pass. All right. I love it.
You can give me the damage if you want. I'll put it.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay. Can't be healed. Oh, so I can't trigger Jessica. Okay. So yeah, I guess I want you to get rid of Chilled the Bone if you have nothing else to do. Otherwise, I can get rid of it for myself. But and I also kind of feel like I'm going to move over to here because the clues here are a little bit annoying to pick up. So I guess it doesn't matter when I go. Oh no, this. I guess I want you to go first to clear this so that Jessica can heal and get stuff back.
Sounds good. Okay, so I will go first. Am I still broke? Basically, that's fine. So I will go first, and I will do this test, or I will. Oh man, it's not a test. I can't think about Sophie again. God damn it!
Oh no.
Okay,
does that mean you don't want to do it?
I really don't, but I will. Because I'm a good teammate. So I will click for a resource, click to get rid of your thing, and then I guess I'll probably just try to get a clue. So I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to discard a card, but you probably don't care about that. So
if I didn't have to spend all my money, if I just had enough money for a practice makes perfect, I could fish out my perception and use it, but can't do it. All right, I think about my beloved Sophie to get up to 4 int versus 2, and I think I also commit. Do I commit something? I'm going to commit one of these. How many -3s is the skull a -3? No, the skull's a -2. Okay, whatever.
No, skull's -1 right now, so
I'm up by 2, but I have to discard a card, so I will discard the Ever Vigilant. And wow. I pass, and I get a clue, and that's the end of my turn.
All right, and that puts us at 8 actually, so we will advance now. So, which is fine probably. Alright, so let's suck up all those glues and flip this over. Alright, there's no shortage of palms waiting to be greased, but you managed to weed out the irrelevant information from the parts that actually point you in the right direction. Several sailors saw the Myra Louise sail into Arkham last night, but it sailed straight through Arkham further upriver without making any stops. We lose all of our clues. I guess that would have happened anyway. Reveal each Arkham location, then remove all clues from each location in play. Put the set-aside main dock, wheelhouse, and engine room locations into play. Remove the unfriendly ports and counter set from the game. Shuffle the counter deck if it was searched. That's what it looks like. Okay, alright. So can you want to clean up all the clues, I guess? No, if you... I'll search for those cards.
Looks like you already did it. Or it happened automatically.
The clues? No,
yeah.
from the board. All the clues are from the board.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll do that.
Who's these unfriendly guys? It's the street ball and the you better leave, I guess. Did we already draw all those? I guess I get to look at the encounter deck now and see if there's a. That's a lot of enemies left in this deck, so I'm sure Mark's going to be excited about that.
Maybe a little bit.
That guy's a street brawler. All right, I think that's all the cards. Okay.
Yeah, sure hope we don't draw any enemies over here. That'd be really scary. I don't know.
All right, let's see. So I think that is all these guys. Shuffle that, and we need the. Where are these? Maybe is that in here? Oh, it is. Cool. Where's this gonna go? Oh no. I was just like, did I mess it up because I was searching it? Where did the? Oh, okay, cool, great. So we found it. It's over here. Okay, cool. And then Act 2, Marine Salvage. You trek up the banks of the river west out of town. It doesn't take long before you spot the ship on a small offshoot of the river, anchored in the darkness of nearby trees. While silent, the ship is not uninhabited, and you can spot a lone figure moving slowly and deliberately about the main deck. If we enter the main deck, advance. Huh. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess I could just immediately make that happen on my turn. Oh, is it still your turn? I guess it is still your turn, so you could shortcut if you wanted, but I guess you're just probably gonna follow me. So,
Well, I could shortcut you and then not follow you if that would help. I'd kind of like to keep the
I
shortcut.
mean, this story text kind of implies once we enter the main deck, like an enemy or something will spawn.
Yeah, but that's also a couple locations away. Like, and I can safeguard and just let it hit me. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I got my whole turn to do, so yeah, if you're cool with that, let's just move twice and see what happens, I guess.
It's safeguard time.
All right, there's no cargo to be seen. All right, so there's a lot of text on that. I'll read that in a minute, I guess. All right, let's go straight into Act 3. Or not straight into Act 3. You move cautiously up the gangplank to the Myra Louise deck and peer over the railing. On the opposite side, a towering man hoists a body in an expensive suit and hurls it over the side of the ship. You crane your head up to get a good look at the body, but it's just enough for the man to spot you as he turns back towards the ship. "Who the hell are you?" he bellows, advancing towards you with powerful strides. Spawn Bill Bledsoe? Bill Bledsoe. At the main deck. And then Act 3, Death on the Miskatonic. You found the Myra Louise and a fresh set of trouble to go with it. The presence of the brutish man and the well-dressed corpse already compounds the mystery, but there's sure to be even more evidence somewhere on the ship. Wherever you choose to pursue, you'll have to work quickly while you can still endure the constant attacks, terrible weather, and strange influence you feel at the back of your brain. All right, if at least 3 of these are true, the investigators may choose to advance. So this could be a benefit maybe if we do all 5, like City Archives or whatever. But all right, after you defeat this guy, you have to flip him over and resolve the text. So you're fine with this guy just hitting you?
Yeah, it's fine.
I assume. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just put it on you. Non-Euclidean.
Oh.
So when we leave this location, we have to place a clue on the main deck. And then if there are 2 or more clues on it, we get to read a interlude.
Gonna make getting that victory pretty hard.
So yeah, this definitely makes it annoying. So I guess we come back later. We try to get 2 clues spawned and come back later.
Like when it's either we have to get a clue here from somewhere else, or like with intel report type stuff, or it's like is non-Euclidean gonna get turned off somehow at some point?
No. Like we go to the other 2 locations and we come back and then get the clues properly. So all right, so why don't we go to the wheelhouse? And you're welcome to follow me because it's still safeguarding. This will be my last action though, right? Because I didn't have a shortcut. I just moved 3 times. Yeah. All right. So the windows of the wheelhouse are broken and the door hangs open loosely. So a clue spawns here because we just left. And does that spawn for you too? It does, right? Does this work? Let's look at this again. When investigator would move from, yeah. So it's not a move action. It's just when you move from. So we got 2 clues there, I guess. All right. We get -1 to all skills during the Mythos phase here. Spend 6 clues as a group to do read evidence. Oh man, I guess we should have gone to the other place first. I feel like we're going to be investigating this location a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so that was my turn. So enemy phase. This guy's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
I didn't use my on the mend, so I guess I don't. Oh, you're gonna want to put damage to Jessica, right? Yeah, I'll heal Jessica. That's okay.
I don't like to. That's fine. Can
Yeah,
I put one
yeah.
on? Okay.
Yeah. Does this guy do anything when he attacks? No. Okay. All right. Upkeep. Oh, this practice makes perfect. That's pretty good. Although I am I searched my whole deck though, so I'll definitely hit something. All right. Doom happens. We're at 4 out of 5, and I get an encounter card. And it's this cold trail thing again. What am I doing this turn? Probably gonna practice makes perfect and commit a bunch of cards. So I think I will commit the on the mend. So I'm at a 5 or 6. Yeah, 6. Wow, Elder Sign. Free heal. Amazing. Does that shoot? Does the weird timing of that somehow make it so I don't get on the mend? On the mend is not in my hand. I think it's in limbo because it's committed or something.
Sounds like a fun thing for Ben to figure out.
Well, I get to draw a card from Tooth. I think I can take this on the mend because you don't have it, and then this one is committed right now, so it's not in my hand. So then it gets discarded. Someone can rules check me. I think it works out.
Nice.
All right, what counter card for Dan?
Oh, oof.
Well,
All right.
Warfrak got removed from the deck, right? The Beard. I didn't look at the wrong thing for that.
He said that a while ago.
Yeah, they got removed. Yeah. All right. What'd you get? Ooh, a fish.
Big fish.
If it's evaded, you can move it. Well, I feel like
I'm gonna call it right now. This guy's not getting evaded.
That's probably not happening.
This guy's gonna be fucking dead.
So I guess the question is, do you want to go first so you can potentially trigger Gret?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you have a reason I shouldn't.
I was going to practice makes perfect this turn, but I can probably grab perception instead of deduction.
Yeah, might as well.
Or I can move somewhere else and.
Okay, sound good.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to click one. I'm going to practice makes perfect. And I will attack. I'll attack the deep one raider first. So I will look at the top 9. And I will select this overpower.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm at 8 against 4. And and I'm using the gun. And I will also commit this vicious blow. And it dies.
Okay.
And I'll draw off the overpower. And then click 2. I will.
You can trigger Gret if you want.
Yep, I'll trigger Gret. Put a damage on her. Draw a card.
Well, did you already draw a card this turn?
Not during investigator phase. Not off Mark.
Okay.
So I use the bullet, and I will also commit this overpower. So I'm at 8 versus 4. Oh no. Well, that's unfortunate. And then last action, I will. So he's gonna hit me again, which is kind of fine. I'll maybe just like move some damage onto you. So I will attack with an overpower again. Use another bullet.
Wow.
Hooray! All right. Well, he takes 2. I draw off the overpower. Oh no. Well, I'm broke anyway. Okay. I think that is the end of my turn, unless we want to shortcut somehow, somewhere.
So,
I think not. I think we're fine.
I kind of should I leave you here so you can get this clue when you kill this guy?
That's not bad.
I mean, the encounter deck is definitely like 8 enemies or something. So
if you're leaving, I would like to put 2 damage on you if I can. Can I do that?
Yeah, I think you also could just follow me wherever I go, right? And you can get the clue from wherever I go, which is also fine.
Yeah, I mean, if I get the clue here, you could deduction somewhere else, right? Like,
I mean, I think I have to come back here anyway. So because we need to come back here once we have 6 clues. So I'm not super worried about getting it right this second.
Okay.
Because then I could move here, deduction, and then move again, and this is going to spawn more clues here, and it's a whole thing. So, unless we need, do we also somehow need 6 clues here? Maybe. I hope not. We'll just hope not. So yeah, why don't
If you want, I'll chill here.
Yeah. All right. So.
But can I move 2 damage on you?
Sure.
I mean, only if you want to.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't have any healing stuff right now, but it's fine. I have I have 9 health, so it's fine. All right. Yes.
And I effectively have like 4. So
I'm gonna move. Are you following me or not following me?
I think I will not follow you.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna practice makes perfect here. I have exactly 9 cards. So I should get a deduction unless I've forgotten that I used both of them already. Did I already use both?
Yeah, so you being gone, also you don't get the -1 to all skills during Mythos phase from Wheelhouse, so that's cool.
That's nice. What is left in my deck? Oh, there's a bunch of heal cards here. And another pack. Perfect. Alright. So I commit the deduction, so I'm at a 6 versus 4. I have the luckies ready to go. But I also have perception, which lets me draw a card. Oh, and on the end. God, this is so much stuff. Alright, that's fine. So
good choice to have.
Perception, so I'm at 4 above. I pass by 1, which doesn't do anything special. I get both these clues. Then probably just move again. Then I draw a card.
Draw your card and get the perception back. Man, a bizarre diagnosis? That's pretty good.
I don't get the perception back. I get the deduction back, right?
Maybe. I don't remember which one you had in hand.
The perception was in hand, so I get the deduction back.
Yeah.
And then guess I move again. Yeah. There's no clues here now. Yeah, man. All right. Let's see what's going on.
But because you just left, you have to put a clue on it, right?
Yeah, it spawns a clue.
Yeah.
It's spawning a clue, right? Oh shoot! I forgot to do the ability while I was there.
Can't you just do it?
No, because it needs to be 2 clues there.
Oh. Well, I can do it when I'm there, because oh no.
It's only when you leave. I was supposed to do it before I investigated.
Oh yeah, you definitely were. Whatever. We can make it work. It's fine.
It out. All right. Oh yeah, the beard tried to warn me in chat, but I wasn't looking at chat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll figure it out, I guess. So here I need to spend 2 clues to spawn something. And if there's no clues
here, what is this? Hieroglyphics?
Yeah.
What is a Cyrillic script?
What?
There's a Z in the first name and a Y in the last name.
Tomas Radbicki.
Expert level difficulty for him. Very challenging.
All right. I guess I don't want to do that right now, so I will end my turn. So I won't do anything else. So upkeep. Sorry. I heal Jessica, and I don't get an ornament. All right. Enemy phase. This guy hits you.
Yep. And I draw a card. Right into my trap.
All right. And then Doom is gonna advance.
I also technically had to reveal Reckless and lose money, but I did not have any money.
Okay. All right. So the agenda is gonna advance. This could get pretty spicy if I draw a bunch of enemies, but we'll see what happens.
It could.
All right, this definitely spawns an enemy. From out of the water rises a grotesque figure, skin shining from any nearby lights. Its posture and rapid approach clearly show the creature's intentions of attacking you. You scramble to defend yourself against this added menace. All right. Search the encounter deck for a Deep Wonder hybrid and spawn it at the lead investigator's location, which is me. Is there one that's like... It's the one that you could evade and do something with.
Harley one?
Oh, this one has free damage to you. It was this one. This one that has 1 evade. Like I could evade it and I could move it up to this location, and then you could go kill it a little easily, I guess. Oh, and you could get a clue. It seems kind of okay. All right, I'll grab that because I have a chance of evading it, I think. Right. That was the agenda advancing. Distant dreams. The rain keeps pounding and the fish-like creatures rise from and sink back into the river, but your challenges are far from over. The faint feeling at the back of your mind spikes up strongly, a distant influence that gnaws at your very core. Only 5 more doom, so we don't have too much more time.
I'm also, I mean, I'm really worried. I think getting the victory off of main deck is going to be really hard, right? Because like you have to be able to get clues when you're not there, or you have to be able to end the game there.
Yeah, I think we can solve that puzzle.
Okay.
It might involve Mark getting a clue after I've like left or something, but we'll figure it out. I think we can figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, I get an encounter card. Oh, I forgot to show
Oh,
this.
that's some art.
Okay, Hunter spawn. Investigator with the most encounter cards in his or her hand.
Could be either of us,
I
right?
don't have any. You don't have any, right? This is not an encounter card. Yeah, it's a skill. So, I guess I give this to you.
I guess because otherwise it's you already got a dude on you, right? So.
Yeah. So, and then but when he engages you, take a damage or horror for each encounter card. You don't have any of those, so.
Yep.
All right, then encounter card for Dan.
All right. This is gonna be a little exciting here, but yeah,
hopefully you're ready to murder some stuff. Is Mark?
Always, as long as I don't draw tentacles. It is awkward because I'm almost out of bullets. But yeah, the whole every enemy being in the second half of the encounter deck was definitely not super convenient, but it's gonna happen sometimes.
I believe in Mark, so
yeah.
I don't think we're interacting with each other, so I guess I'll go first. Should I spend the 2 clues to spawn this guy? I guess so, right?
I mean, I definitely can't help if he's a bad guy. Like, I can't help to fight him.
I think he's an asset, so I'm gonna do that.
I mean, it's a gamble. I literally cannot do anything to him this turn. He's an enemy. So, and you already have a fish on you. So, just saying.
Look at this art of this guy.
That is do you remember that show? What was that show like? Scary? Was the show with that one, the girl with the pink hair and the weird like mustache guy that was in memes like 10 years ago? Lazy Town. This guy looks like a character from Lazy Town.
Yeah, this is quite. So let's go on with him. There's no enemy's location. You can do a test to place a clue on him. If there's 2 clues on him, then you can resolve the other side. Okay, I'm assuming these 5 things are like 1 each from these interlude things, and then 1 each from these like 2 enemies is my guess. So
probably.
All right. So then I'm gonna try to evade the guy. I have a bunch of luckies, and I have on the mend. So I'll commit on the mend first, though. So I'll be at a 3 versus a 1, and that's a -3. So I have to lucky. So I'll lucky. So he'll go over here, and then he gets moved because I evaded him, right? Yeah, okay, so he's over here now. Whatever. And then I have 2 actions left. Should I talk to this guy or get clues? I feel like I should get clues before my deck gets shuffled, which is going to be very soon.
Probably.
Oh, I can also Bizarre Diagnosis and drop a clue and heal 3 damage. I don't think I actually need to do that, though, so... Alright, so I'll investigate. I'll use deduction, which puts me at a 6 versus 3, and I still have a lucky if I need it. So skull is -3, so I'm good. I get 2 clues.
I'm actually in a relatively rough spot here.
Are you?
Because, well, so the thing is, I only have 1 bullet, so I can't possibly kill all 3 of these guys. At most, I can kill 2. And my deck has 5 cards left, and one of them is Shell Shock. So I really don't want to take a lot of damage right now. I can put some on.
Well, but these guys deal horror. So as long as you kill Bill,
it's true. But like what I'm saying is like, suppose I kill Bill, but not these 2 guys, then I take 2 horror from them, and then I probably take 1 from Shell Shock like immediately.
Yeah.
So it gets a little. I mean, it's probably fine, but it gets a little scary. Especially, it means that I like can't really use Sophie, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, I don't know.
I think you might be okay. Worst case scenario, I can run up there and heal you, but
yeah, I'm just saying like I don't think that'll be necessary, but it might be, probably not.
I realized I probably should have talked to this guy while there was no enemies here. So I'll do my 3rd action to talk to him.
Okay, that seems right.
And what was it? It's a test, right? Or will. Yeah, int. So I'll do int, so I'm at 2 above and I have a lucky skulls -3, very sad. Oh, I should street. Yeah, okay. Let's use lucky up. So I'll get 1 clue on him. Okay. Alright, I'm all done with my turn. Jessica will heal and I'll get 1 man back. Alright, let's see what Mark can do. Now he's getting swarmed with
Yeah, swarmed is the
with
word.
this
right?
mean son of a gun.
Yeah, he does look like a real asshole, I gotta say. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, I think what I do is I just use a bullet to kill him, and then I just try to kill one of these dreamers, I think.
Yeah.
I
mean, do you have a way to draw cards? Do you have vicious blows or mark stuff?
Reckless doesn't count as an encounter card, right?
It does not. It's a skill.
Okay. I was pretty sure about that, but all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first use my last bullet to attack Mr. Bill Bledsoe. So I have a 6 versus a 4. And see, I really want to use Sophie for this stuff. I'm a little worried about it.
You definitely should have demanded you go first because you have to take the initiative.
Yeah, I probably would have used it. Well, I can use Sophie once safely because Shell Shock rounds down, right?
Yeah.
So I think I will. So I will use Sophie for this first one, and I'll draw a card. Okay. So I'm up by 4, and I succeed. So this guy dies, and we flip him over or whatever.
You did defeat him, so you can trigger Gret if you want, but I don't know if you want to.
I mean, I think I do, right? Like, we want the clue here, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, we do want the clue. I just didn't know if you want the extra damage right now.
Oh,
but these guys don't deal damage anyway, so.
Yeah, I think we use Gret. So.
Right. The brutish man charges at you with single-minded fury, but you haven't found the missing ship. Just to cut and run now. His talents prove no match for yours, and within a minute, the man lies on his back on the ship's deck, groaning and clutching his head with both hands. With witnesses hard to come by, you demand that the man tell everything he knows. The man thrashes for a moment, and his eyes snap open with avar. The dreamer stirs. It's stone, it lies dead. With stone shall it waken. He spews a series of words that you can't even begin to identify until finally his eyes roll backward and he drops back into unconsciousness. Twitching lightly, is this man possessed? A fanatic? Both? You can only assume that he's a sailor based on his tattoos and clothing, but he's clearly more than that. His work on the ship serves some darker power, willing or otherwise.
Ooh.
So we subdue the attacker and we get 1 victory. Alright, you're up.
Oh, sorry, can I say I committed Reckless to that? Because I meant to, because I didn't commit any other cards. There was no reason not to, and nothing bad would happen if I'd failed it.
Sure.
Okay. Because what you should basically do with Reckless is you should commit it to every test that you're not committing another card to.
Well, I didn't know if you were waiting till your deck cycles to commit it or something. But
I'm definitely not doing that. Because I want to try to hold on to this one resource if I possibly can. Okay. Is this the thing? All right. So then what I'm going to do is just punch one of the dreamers twice. And I think not commit anything. I guess I could commit a scene of the crime, but you know what? I think I will commit a scene of the crime because I think I have 2 of them, and I think I have not found the other one yet, and I'm probably not going to play 2 because I have no money. So I will commit the scene of the crime. So I'm at 7 versus 3. I'm punching this guy, and I succeed and put a damage on him. And then last action, I will punch again and not commit anything. So I'm up by 3. And I pass exactly.
So that guy dies. Great.
He dies. All right, that is the end of Mark's turn.
All right, then enemy phase. This guy's going to hit you, just for a horror, though.
I will put it on Gret.
And then upkeep.
Oh no, I'm so shell-shocked.
Oh no, 1 horror. Right, and then Doom happens. Oh, did I upkeep? I did, right? Yeah, I did. Alright, and then encounter card for me.
Oh man, we got to get on the same location, man. I got all this damage on me. I got these solemn vows. You got nothing on Jessica.
Yeah,
we got to do this.
Yeah, you didn't follow me.
Yeah, should have.
So this is the location with the lowest shroud, so I can just put it on you. But it is aloof, so I don't know if you're actually going to have time to kill it.
would love it if I did not. I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill
Well,
it
I'm gonna
at the
put it on
moment.
you because it's aloof, and I don't want an enemy on my location.
Oh, does it have one
this
health?
guy.
Oh, that's fine actually. I don't really care if I kill this guy. That's fine.
I mean, he just has to be killed in the next like turn or two, basically.
Yeah,
He gets Doom put on him.
yeah.
But yeah, all right. So that was my guy. Oh wait a second. Wait a second. I forgot. There's more than those 3 locations, so he goes over here, which is also fine. He'll just walk over to here. So, it's no 5 strap. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Encounter card for you. Oh, thank you. Chat was also. I need to fix my interface so I have chat in front of my face instead of one screen over. So I figured that out. What'd you draw? Oh, it's something spooky I can look at. Okay.
Yep. All right.
All right. So it's our turn. Did you want to go first so you can
Yeah. So the thing is,
stuff?
I'm still in a pretty tough spot here because, yeah, like I actually might. If you have some way to help me, I might need it because what I can do is I can kill the Dreamer this turn, but I cannot do that and also deal with the Raider at all because they don't have a weapon out. So what I could do is like I could kill the Dreamer and then shortcut myself onto main deck, and then if you move there too, you could like heal me maybe, or even just be there and I could solemn value some stuff.
Oh man,
what I wanted to do was here's
hold,
another
wait a second.
Okay, go ahead.
This says spend 6 clues as a group, but it doesn't say investigators at this location have to do that.
That usually is how it works, right?
No, it has to say it. Which means if I get these 2 clues first, you could spend them before you leave. And I happen to have a way to make a clue appear on this location should I need it. Oh no, wait, actually, well, I still need 1 clue. No, that won't quite work because I won't have the clues left over. Darn it. Okay,
So
never mind.
Here's something I was thinking. This doesn't let us activate the wheelhouse yet, which is annoying. But what I was thinking was I could move down here and aggro the Deep One Raider, then shortcut to you, and then the Raider doesn't hit me until after we've had a chance to do some healing.
Okay.
But me moving out of the main deck would drop a clue there, so you could like heal me, then go there and get both clues. Or to activate the thing and get both clues.
It means I won't be able to do this thing because there'll be enemies here, but maybe you can do it after you kill the enemies or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so okay.
So I kind of like that plan where basically I kill the Dreamer, then move to the main deck, and then shortcut to you, is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Does that sound all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
But we will have to go back up here at some point. So we'll have to, that means another clue will get dropped on here. But
yeah, I know, but I think we might just not get that victory or something. The main thing is to trigger the evidence, right? Or I don't know, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna try to fight this guy. So I'm going to yeah, that's really annoying. I really wish we just triggered that before you got both those clues.
I'll just pick them up. It's fine. Or we'll figure it out.
Okay, so I will punch this guy, and I have a 6 versus a 3, and I don't commit anything. And also, I guess I really don't want him to hit me because I have an encounter card in my hand now. But I hit him once, and then yes, I don't even really have anything to commit. So I will hit him again. Okay, he dies. And then yeah, so what I will do is move down here. The Raider jumps on me. And then I could also shortcut and evade the Raider, but I don't know if that's as good.
Oh, you only have one. You don't have any actions left, right? So you have to shortcut.
Well, if I had shortcutted here, no, I have 1 action left, so I could shortcut here and evade the Raider, or I could move there and then shortcut with the Raider to you. I almost feel like maybe. Well, it's so confusing.
If you don't leave this location, then I can do the drop nonsense, but I won't heal you this turn because I have to get these clues. I have 3 actions.
But that would be fine. That's fine because the Raider won't hit me this turn, and I could still use Solemn Vow, right?
I won't end my turn there.
Oh. Well, but are you going to be there at some point during the turn?
No.
Oh.
I don't have any clue compression right now, so I need to get both these clues and do this thing. So that's 3 actions. Unless I draw into deduction somehow. But...
I am not in that much danger if I evade this guy. So why don't I say I shortcut there and then
Okay.
yeah, why don't I shortcut there and then think about Sophie to get my agility up to a 5 and attempt to evade this.
I guess the other thing is
oh, okay, well this is pretty bad.
What happened? What'd you do?
I drew tentacles is what happens.
Oh no.
I mean it's okay. I mean Sophie's gonna flip, but like which is quite bad actually, but it probably just means I need you to help me like next turn. So
okay, well we'll figure it out.
Anyway, that's the end of my turn.
All right. I mean, if you're desperate for stuff, I could come up there now.
At the end of my turn, I reveal this. Grotesque hallucinations. I have to discard a card from my hand at random. If it is the enchanted blade I just drew, that's going to be very funny and pretty bad. So let's see whether that happens. Oh wow. Wow.
Oh no.
This campaign's kind of tough. I don't know.
Do you have? Is that your last weapon, or do you still have another?
That is my last weapon, but my deck is almost gone. But also, when my deck cycles, I'll take a horror, so that's not good. So.
Well, but you have a bunch of soothing melodies you can maybe play. We'll see.
Yeah, if I ever don't have a fish trying to kill me, I will definitely play them. So.
Okay. That's right. I'm just gonna get clues. Unless you desperately need me to heal you, I'm gonna try to clear this location off.
I desperately need you to heal me by the time I take my turn next turn.
That can probably happen unless I draw an enemy, but we'll see how it goes.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah, what are the odds? I did kind of want that damage on me, but I also don't want to have to come back here. So let's try to investigate. So this is Shroud 3. I don't have any luckies left, but I'm at a 5. And I guess what is more important here? I guess let's do this guy and see what happens with him. So I'll test him. I'll come in on the mend. So I'm at 4 above. Ooh, great. Looked out there. I'm at 4 above, right? 7. It's only giving me a minus somewhere. No. Alright, so he gets another clue put on him. And then he'll get flipped over.
Very good.
After a few tense minutes of reassurance, you manage to calm the stoker, but you find some difficulty in speaking with him. His thick accent and broken grammar show that he hasn't been in America for very long. The man collapses in his seat and rubs his forehead with a tearful glee. You are saving me from them? Men with guns? They say to stand at quarter, not let us talk. I hear sound of them, take cargo. The stoker licks his dry lips as he tries to focus on his memory. Boat stop and we wait long time, then air turn, waves, strange sight and sound, then monsters come. Fight men with guns. I hide in coal, but friends not fast. He looks to the bodies of his former crewmates and makes the sign of the cross. You comfort the man and assure him of his safety while making a mental note of what happened to the ship's cargo. Alright, so we've talked to the survivor. Alright, and then I guess I'll just investigate here twice. I don't have any way to boost it unless I commit the bizarre diagnosis, but I don't think I want to do that because I think I want to heal you. So I will just test it 2 above and see how it goes.
Sounds good.
All right, tablet is I succeed on tablet, so that's good.
Very good.
And then succeed on -1. All right.
Way to go, Ben.
And then I will now trigger this thing on here. Wow, there's no clues here.
Nice.
So we read evidence 3, which is a little interlude. What at first seemed like a fight between 2 parties now looks to be 3 instead. Corpses in their practical outfits of sailors are grouped together in one corner, while bodies in tailored suits and trenchcoats lie mixed with those of horrible fish-like creatures. Judging from the broken Tommy guns and quality of their suits, these men are members of Arkham's infamous O'Banian gang. What brought them into conflict with these mutants is anyone's guess, however. Were they both laying claim to the same prize, or were they working together and came to a dispute? All right, so we've now done 3 of these things, so we can advance whenever we want. But obviously, we should try to get the rest of the victory. If we can. All right, so my turn is over. So enemy phase.
I get bonked. I could just kill Gret, but well, you can definitely heal me next turn, right? Right.
I can heal you this turn next turn if I don't get an enemy on me. If I get an
enemy
on me,
even if you got an enemy, you could evade it and then like be on my location, right?
Well, the thing is,
Because that's enough. That's like as the minimum, that is good enough.
evading it is a tall order for me because I don't have anything to commit to evading.
Okay.
So I can't promise that.
Well, then at worst, at absolute worst,
but I mean, I could move
you
and take
could
some
move
damage
and
or
let it-
something.
okay.
You know? I think
Okay.
that's not the end
All
of the
right.
world.
I'm willing to roll the dice on that. So I will not. I guess actually killing, yeah, because if I kill Gret, then I lose a combat, and if I let Sophie flip, I also lose a combat. So I would rather not lose Gret. So I will take 1-1 directly onto me.
Oh, so
and I will,
this is still in your hand, right?
It is, yeah. And I will flip Sophie.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, but you draw cards though, right? Yeah.
Okay. That's true. Yeah.
All right. And
then I'll do upkeep.
Upkeep.
Oh look! Let me handle this.
Oh Dan,
can't wait to.
I did get us a way to heal 5 damage at once.
You know what? I think maybe you could commit that to me instead. I would love 2 combat symbols.
Yeah, okay, we'll see how it goes. All right. I forgot to do this guy. So this guy's going to patrol. So he's going to move here. Uh-oh, did I forget to do him? Oh no, ended Mythos phase. Okay, so that wouldn't have triggered the first time. Okay. All right, so Doom happens, and counter card for me. Oh, got a secret card. Let's look at it for the viewers. Interesting. That makes some interesting things happen. All right, encounter card for Dan.
Hope I don't die. I don't think there's really a possibility that I die from this. Actually, there probably is.
It does deal damage to you, and it moves you 1 more location away from me. And you lose an action.
That would be pretty bad. What I will do is commit, take the initiative, but I'm only at a base 2, so this puts me at 5. 5 versus 3. I would really like to pass it, but I do not want to commit a soothing melody.
Even though your deck's about to shuffle.
You know what? Yeah, I will commit a soothing melody because that puts me at +3, and we know that there's skulls. There's 3 skulls. So I'm gonna pass on skull. Okay.
Makes sense to me. Oh, there you go.
Good job, Dan.
All right.
So we succeeded on that.
Yeah. All right. So I need to move to you, heal you, and then I don't know, get clues or something. This guy gets a Doom on him, right? At the end of Mythos phase.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah. I would love it if you could heal me. That'd be great.
Okay.
Even the on the mend, I will definitely play this turn. I will not discard it like the last 2 times.
Okay. So I'm gonna move to you, and then I'm gonna drop a clue.
How
many clues do we have?
we can do the thing.
Yeah, we can now do the thing. I guess I should. I think I'm just gonna make you read story text, so I'll finish doing stuff. I'll do it before I get the clues. So then I'm Bizarre Diagnosing. So you get healed 3, which also means you get.
Oh, I love it.
Means you get an on the mend.
Well, give it to me straight, Doc. What do I got?
You got some type of fish pox, I think.
Well, it's this fish guy who's hitting you every turn is mostly the problem.
Yeah. Where did my on the mends go? Did I put one in this card pile? Oh, I did put the both.
Oh yeah, give me that shit. I want that shit.
There's your
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I do not have one right now, but I will have.
Thanks, Doc.
If for some reason you want to move damage onto me, Jessica.
Oh, you mean like this?
It's currently empty, so.
I would. Yeah, I guess this is fine because I'm hoping that I see. The problem is I guess I couldn't really move a horror onto you, could I?
I mean, you could. I have not known yet.
Could I do 1 and 1?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. That is good because I think I have to spend my whole turn punching the fish monster. Is the problem?
That doesn't trigger psychosis, though, right? No, it doesn't. Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? Let me move one off of Gret onto you instead of that.
Okay. I have 1 damage and 1 sanity. Is what I took from you, right?
Yeah.
You can move however you want. Okay. Then I'll trigger this thingy. Not that thing. This thing. Evidence 1. Do we have to spend the clues or just have them? They have to be on the location. Okay. Alright. As you walk the main deck and venture into its cabins, the ship's architecture doesn't seem to come together correctly. Corners that you expect to join stay apart, and despite all appearances, you stumble over seemingly flat boards. On closer inspection, at various spots on the deck, you find small fragments of a soapy green stone embedded in the wood. Your vision wobbles slightly as you gaze at the stones, focusing the dizzying feeling from earlier. You're not sure if these stones were placed here on purpose or merely left behind by whoever attacked the ship, but what is certain is the fragments are a sign of arcane tampering. Right, so we've inspected the ship.
Yes.
All right, so
now it's worth mentioning I can see these 2 clues if you want.
Oh, that is an interesting thought. Do you need to do it?
I mean, I would kind of I could see these 2 clues and evade the raider if that would be good.
So our remaining goals are we need to have 6 clues and someone has to move up here, and then we need to clear whatever clues are left over on this location. I currently do not have 6 clues, so I can't move up there yet. Additionally, if this guy doesn't die by the end of next round, we'll have a problem. But
I can probably kill him. I guess the problem is, we want one person to have 6 clues, right? Because we want one person to move up to the wheelhouse and the other person to stay and get the one that's on the main deck.
Basically,
is that right?
Because we can end the game once we've cleared this location.
Because did we ever figure out? I forget. Did we ever figure out? Do all 6 clues that are spent at the wheelhouse need to be on players that are out there?
They do not.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, why don't we do this? Why don't we have you go up there, and I'll stay here. I can get all these clues, and then I'll just stay here and kill this guy, and you can go up there and finish it.
So I have 1 action left. So you think I should move up there last action, and you can get the 3 clues?
Well, so what I can do is I can evade the raider, or I can scene 2 of them, evade the raider, and then next turn I can kill the infiltrator. So I can't finish it this turn. If you can get if you can get one of these and move, then then we can maybe finish this turn.
I only have 1 action left, so unless you have a shortcut for me or something. I do not have a shortcut.
I do not. Let's see. Well, so I could you know what, instead of killing the guy, I could maybe investigate. I think, like, I could commit stuff. Yeah, I could commit on the mend and perception probably.
Okay, and because you can just let him hit you, and it might be okay. Yeah.
Well, I don't really want to do
that. You'll scene, evade, investigate. Right.
Yeah, assuming I can. Yeah, I think that works.
All right, let's do it. Let's go for it.
Okay.
All right, so I move up there as my last action.
And we're pretty sure that finishes it, right? Because otherwise I would want to try to heal or something.
I mean, it's the last act. I'm assuming it is.
Okay.
Otherwise we'll be in big trouble. So...
Yeah. Well, let's take some chances.
Okay. So then in my turn, Jessica will heal, and then I'll get on the mend in case I need it or something. Okay.
Okay. And now we have enough. Oh no, we don't have quite enough clues. So now I need to go, and then during my turn, you can trigger the thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So click 1. It's a free trigger. So as soon as you
click 1, I scene, and I get 2 clues.
You had the money for the scene, right?
I did. I had 3.
Okay. All right. So then I immediately can trigger this. So we spend 6 clues. So I guess I keep 1 clue, and we spend the rest of them.
Okay.
In case I have to drop it for some reason.
So I spent 4. You spent 2.
Yes.
Okay.
You had 4 clues. Wow. All right. So then we read evidence 2. It's also very possible we didn't actually need to do all these things because we only needed 3 to advance, but I'm hoping that we get some bonus or something.
Yeah.
I also get to read story text. So, through the wheelhouse, though the wheelhouse does seem barren at a glance, you find a strong box bolted firmly in place near the helm. The box is solidly locked, and it isn't until you scour the rest of the towboat that you find the body of the Myra Luis's captain, with the matching key still in his coat pocket. The strongbox contains most of the paperwork concerning the ship's business, among which you find a manifest of the cargo taken for Mycenae's expedition. I already forgot how to pronounce it. When compared with the list that James Wildcliffe included in his letter, you find some discrepancies, most notably sealed crates containing several tons of carved stone blocks. In fact, this stone seems to be the majority of the expedition's cargo, making you wonder why Wycliffe didn't mention it at all. All right, so you can continue.
I gotta tell you, once you've hung around in this universe for long enough, ain't nothing scarier than carved stone blocks. Like that shit will just. I mean,
as long as
that shit will wreck you.
If it has words on it, that's even worse, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You can't burn a stone book.
Yeah, exactly. You better believe. You better believe that's worse.
All
All
right.
right. So that was click one, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So click two. I'm going to try to evade this guy. So I'm at a 3. I'm going to take a moment, even in the middle of this challenging situation, to think back to the beautiful days and weeks and months and years that I spent with the love of my life, Sophie, who sadly has passed on to the afterlife after being eaten by a monster or something. I can't remember exactly how that worked, but so I take a
She had like
damage.
a
That's actually
she had like a chest burster situation.
this is kind of scary because I'm going to cycle my deck and take a horror. But hey, what are the odds that this will totally come back to bite me or something? All right,
Shell shock's not
so
even direct horror, so you could even still get on grat.
yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm at 5 versus 1. So I successfully evade this monster, and I move it. I can move it somewhere, right? So I can move it like
Just
here, for
wherever, yeah,
instance.
yeah.
And then last action, I will investigate and commit this perception and commit this on the mend. So I'm at 6 versus 4, and I will once more before the end of this scenario, I will
She's
revisit some of the many happy memories that I have of the bliss that I enjoyed with my dear departed soulmate, who sadly no longer lives on this beautiful planet. So I will take another damage. I do not draw a card this time, but I'm up by 4, and
right.
I get a clue.
All right, so then we can just choose to advance the scenario, right? Because we have all, yep, and we got all the victory. Cool. All right, so we we will do that. So agenda. Oops, that's the wrong button. Act advances. Your search of the Myra Louise has provided some very strange insights, but there's no sign of the actual cargo you were hired to find. You decide to retreat with the information you've gathered to figure out where to try next. Resolution 3.
Oh,
What's up?
the beard was saying, is it Shroud 5 here at the main deck? Did I miss something? I mean, I would have gotten it anyway, but never mind. It wouldn't have
I don't
mattered.
think so.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any piece of the shroud.
Probably talking about something else.
He was talking about the spooky the rocks with words on them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. So resolution 3. Satisfied with your examination of the Myra Louise, you returned to land before the night can throw any other surprises at you. From there, you pay a visit to Velma's diner to refresh yourself and go over the information you've gathered. What you found on the ship provided just as many mysteries as answers, and you still don't feel much closer to recovering the expedition's stolen findings. You do have an idea of where to search next, however, thanks to the brutish man you first clashed with on the ship. When you approached, you saw him dumping a body in an expensive suit over the side of the ship. Only a gangster would be that well dressed at the scene of the crime. And only the O'Banian gang
double crime.
Only the O'Banian gang would be so bold as to hijack a publicly celebrated expedition. If anyone knows where the missing cargo is, it's those gangsters. Your course is clear. All right, so we explored the Myra Louise, and we had all 5 pieces of evidence, so we get 1 extra experience.
Hey, people say Daryl's good at collecting evidence. Daryl hasn't seen any of this shit.
Yeah,
we just collected some evidence.
Oh, I also definitely forgot to write the dream diary thing in. So I interpreted the dreams.
Oh, gotta do that.
I have to remember how to spell interpreted the dreams. Probably spelled it right. And what did we just add? Explored the Myra Louise. Somehow spelled wrong. All right. How did I spell that? Why am I so bad at this? All right. Okay. And then we go on to and I added the notice, and then we go on to resolution 4. As you reach your decision to pursue the gangsters, you glance out the window of the diner by chance. Through the constant rain, you spot a dark figure in a trench coat, just as at the edge of your vision. The glow of a cigarette partially lights his face, looking straight ahead and focusing intently on you. The moment you rise from your seat, the figure turns and strides away. How long have you been followed? And by whom? The O'Banians? Someone else? Something else? You take another sip of warm coffee to counter the fresh chill that rattles down your back. Record that the investigators have been observed.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. And we now add a cultist to the bag for the remainder of the campaign.
That's probably fine. I'm sure that's not gonna, That's
Yeah.
not going to wreck us or anything.
I mean, I don't. There wasn't really a way to avoid it if we did well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
any investigator earned 3 or more experience during the scenario. Mark 1 notice in your campaign log. If any investigator earned 6 or more experience during the scenario, mark 1 additional notice.
Oof.
All right, so I think we did earn 6, right? I think
Did we?
Because there's 3 locations with victory, and there's 3 victory, and we got 1 bonus, so we got 7 actually.
Okay. All right.
All right, so I'm gonna assume notice is bad. That's my assumption.
I'm gonna guess that too. See, this is annoying though, because if we'd had delves, we could have delved twice and not gotten any more noticed. Like, it would have been fine. You know.
Well,
like, you know.
I mean, that's one flaw with Mark. He doesn't have access to purple for delve, right? So
That is true. That is very true.
all right.
Is that God sweat them out a tactic?
Might be. It might be. It is. It is a tactic. Dan's calculating now whether he could put that in his deck. All right.
I mean, I certainly have to learn to actually play multiple weapons if we want to have any hope of triggering that. So we'll see.
Yeah, did you discard 2 of your weapons and your axe?
I did. I was drawing through my deck so fast. I still had a gun with like 3 or 4 bullets on it, and it was like, what are the odds we're suddenly going to draw like 8 enemies over the course of 2 turns?
Yeah.
That was fine. Hey, we didn't lose. We got all the stuff.
That's true. Was there any? Oh no, we missed a victory. There was another victory that we didn't draw. Terrible.
If only I had spent my thick experience on the hunt 3. Then we
No,
could have,
I mean, no. The mistake was at one point I was forced to draw an enemy out, and I picked the easy one. I should have. I didn't even see the victory one. I should have pulled the victory one. We might have been. I mean, we might have been in big trouble if this was a big enemy.
Let's be grateful that we didn't die, because things did get kind of hairy there at the end. So
I mean, it got hairy in the way that you like were sad about your dead wife, but you still had 5 health left or whatever. So
I was very sad about my dead wife many times over the course of this scenario. I gotta say, I thought that was pretty good. I really liked the vibe. I liked the art on the locations. I liked the mood of it. It felt kind of creepy and nautical. I like that.
I got the vibe that we were cold and wet the whole time, and that was very good.
It was a little confusing to me in the moment, but I liked the puzzle of trying to get all the evidence with the weird clue requirements. Like, we definitely goofed it by not triggering that one when we could have, but we managed to do it eventually. So
yeah, we came back from it. Compared to Wonderland, this is definitely a little more straightforward in terms of what's going on. Because it felt, but it's still good. I thought it was a good scenario. It kind of like introduces the non-Euclidean like very subtly. I assume we're going to see a lot more of that in the future.
Yeah, it's cool that it's like hinting at it, and it's going to get weird. It's probably a little weird, and we're going to get more weirdness later. Also, yeah, some good encounter cards. A lot of like, I mean, I think the custom campaigns have gotten a lot better since we first started playing them a couple years ago. But like the early days, you'd sometimes just hit encounter cards that were like weirdly balanced, and these were all like, they could have been regular encounter cards in like a regular campaign. Like, they were well designed, and you could play around them, but they did have an effect. Like, it was exactly what you want from an encounter deck, I think. So
yeah, I didn't see too much of these hidden cards. I guess maybe we'll see more of them later. The one I had in my hand is like the water one, which didn't actually trigger because I drew it.
The 2 that I drew were both pretty good. The one I had in my hand right now is actually quite annoying, and I would have loved to get rid of it if it wasn't right at the end of the campaign, but I just never had an action to safely do it.
You have to remove a card from the game?
It's from your discard pile. It's like you just pick something that it's like an extra copy of something. Like, the thing that's annoying about it is like if your deck just cycled. So I would have loved to have gotten rid of it before my deck cycled, but
yeah, the water ones like take a horror or move, so that's like kind of fine. Although because I had psychosis, if I had gotten this a lot earlier, I probably would have wanted to get rid of it. But I literally drew it this turn, so it's fine. And
hey, we didn't play any unsafe items that could have possibly hurt somebody. All the items that we maybe had some concerns about safely stayed in people's decks and people's hands. Neither of us played any kind of an item that was at risk of causing a serious injury.
This hand slot was empty
else.
The entire time, which is pretty sad.
And it turned out fine. You didn't need to have something in that hand slot. I think we learned a valuable lesson about safety and how to be safe with each other over the course of this scenario. So good for us.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, so pretty cool scenario. Looking forward to the rest of it.
Hell yeah.
I don't know when we're streaming next. Don't know if we figured it out yet, but next time we do stream, it'll be
I think the overall plan is to do Thursday nights, but the next like 3 Thursdays are bad for us. So I think we might do
Yeah.
like a couple. We might do a couple of Fridays, like not every Friday, and then after Thanksgiving we might do Thursdays for a bit. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
we'll play it by ear. We'll post on socials a couple days beforehand and whatnot, so
Yep.
people can come and hang out. Or obviously they catch the video on YouTube afterward. But yeah, next time we'll be going twice is scenario 2. As always, thanks for joining us. If you lasted this long, we always appreciate a like, subscribe, share, whatever the YouTube or Twitch or social media nonsense.
If you've observed our symptoms and you believe that you can diagnose some bizarre ailment that's afflicting us, post a comment and tell us about it.
Yeah. I also always love the comments that tell me when I've done the rules wrong, so I can be better in the future. As long as they're not too mean, because I'll be sad.
It's the only way he'll learn.
Yeah.
He needs the feedback.
I think I always assume we'd play perfectly, so I think it'll be fine. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Thanks to everyone, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Stay safe.